G'day chaps and welcome back. Episode 7 now. The wind direction has changed, so sitting there in a corner like that doesn't actually give us any wind chill protection anymore. And I just poked my nose over the edge of this hill here. Oh, screw you. I saw the bear heading directly towards us. So I've moved up the hill here. I'm going to crouch down. Now this is unfamiliar to me because the last time I was in this situation with the bear right there, he didn't come up this slope like this. He seems to have got stuck. Okay, bear's got stuck. Bit of a glitch. And this could either work out really well or really badly for us. Oh, this cold is a real problem. We're going to have to go around him then. And hope that he stays stuck. And there's nothing else we can really do. If he decides to turn around and kill us, then into land. I hope you're watching. Even though this game is so very polished, we do need to bear in mind it is alpha. There are actually very few glitches in the game, extremely few. It plays like a release game. But I have seen that bear stuck before, and I think it was on Accurize's series. And he was kind of in the same predicament as me. You know, as in... Oh, fucking crap, now it's walking again. Right, I'm going to crouch. And he had the exact same thing happen to him too, so... The bear was actually stopped, frozen outside a cave he was sleeping in. And he walked past it, and then just as he walked past, or just after he walked past, it started moving again. Luckily, I actually thought that might happen, so I did skirt around it, and it looks like we're going to get away with it. The only problem is that it's taken so long, so that we are going to take what could be a pretty bad condition hit from cold. Yeah, we're going to start taking condition hit now, but at least we passed the bear. That was a big hurdle, because this path up here, as far as I'm aware, that bear just walks up and down it. So I guess one way or another we would have had to pass that bear at some point, so now it's done. It's one of the hurdles. It's probably as big a hurdle as a road passing that guy safely. But now, with the condition hit coming on, we are very much fighting the clock again. As I said, I can't actually remember where the next cave is, so it will come back to me, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not too concerned. I have a very visual kind of memory. I really remember stuff when I see it. Like, I'll never remember the road names of where I come from, the town I grew up, but if I see it, I know exactly where everything is. That's the way I've always been. So that was that little shortcut. Cuts out a big chunk of this this path. We are going to collect all the sticks we find coming up here. I think in terms of daylight, it's still pretty good. We've got 8 hours. So this would be a good time or place. Maybe a good time to stop and do a fire. I'm kind of thinking it's prepared. It's worth taking the condition hit to keep moving. Basically. Oh, there's a wolf. Holy crap. That was close. close. Nearly got caught out there. Where am I going? I got myself stuck. I think I'm going the right way, but again, I'm a little hazy. Can't go through there though, or can we? Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been up here. Ah, please have an arrowhead. That would be really good. Yes! Ah, yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Any guts? Ah, there is hide. There is guts. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna get it on the way back down. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be disciplined. I want to get to a cave. I want to heat up. We're not in any condition to gather right now. So okay, there's the rope. Yes, I do remember. I think when we get up there, there's the next explorable cave. I think that's right. I'm gonna go 70-some% sure on that, and I think we should have enough energy to just get up it. Can't see a ledge on this one, so we have to make sure our energy's good. But I'm not gonna. I think we can do it without getting a coffee. So let's just try. Let's go. Feeling pretty good about this. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to climb it. But when we get to the top, we're going to have to get in that cave pretty quick. Yeah. Okay. So that wasn't such a problem. That was okay. Secluded shelf. Ooh, I think I've come the wrong way. Nope. There's the cave. Good. Oh, good, good, good. Okay. We're in good shape. We are in good shape. That's the cave we need. So we're going to go in. We've got tons of daylight, so we're going to make our way right the way through the cave straight away. I don't think we should need it to build a fire. And then get up to the other end. We'll see how much daylight we have and things like that. I'm going to use the torch on this instead of the... Not the torch, sorry. I'm going to use the lantern on this instead of the torch. It's that way around. I'll often use the torch. 8 degrees. Okay, we're okay. Good. Let's get the lantern. The lantern's much brighter than the torch. We use the torch if we want to save resources, save lantern fuel. But I filled this to the brim. I'm just thinking to myself, do we want to take this coal? Yes, actually, because there's, we may not come back through this way. I'm not entirely sure yet. There is, I remember now, at the end of this cave, by the way, this frame rate drop, or this actually it's not a frame rate drop, this jittering is a known bug, I guess, with the long dark. It's nothing to do with my computer or my recording software or anything. It does seem that caves do get a little bit jittery. Because I'm showing on the recording and in my gameplay that I'm getting a steady 60 frames per second. Something tells me I just went round in a circle. No? Okay. Let's just check this quickly. Nothing. That's probably why he died. Firewood. It's the second best firewood in the game. Behind a log. Okay, we came in from the left side, so I'm going to follow it to the right. Caves are such lifesavers. I mean, you wouldn't... I guess that's why there used to be cavemen. It would make sense to go live in a cave. Why wouldn't you live in a cave? Unless there was something in it. I mean, it saves you building shelter for one. It means you're completely protected from the elements. I guess the only thing would be light would be the big problem. As long as it was secure, I mean, it would be the perfect place to build a home. If you didn't have any kind of way to build a shed. Oh, by the way, I mean, I've mentioned this before, but if you get a chance, do go and watch the Alone series, which again was another recommendation from Accurate. It's just called Alone, and you can watch it on Daily Motion. I think it's done by the History Channel. It's so good. It's 10 guys who are just dropped off in the wilderness of northern Vancouver Island. And they just have to survive. They've got 10 tools, and that's it. They have to make their own way. And it's just incredible how they do it. How some survive and some don't. And the thing they all really reiterate is how important psychology is. So once they've got past the sort of survival stage, just being completely alone, cut off from family, friends, loved ones, just isn't natural for us as human beings. It doesn't work. There's something wrong with it. And they get either depressed, or they start to give up, or they just can't take it, or they miss their families too much, which is, I mean, completely understandable. But yeah, I mean, you think about it, if you really were in this situation, if it was just you, how long would you want to carry on for? How long would you want to keep going and fighting? Unless you had hope. You'd need hope. Okay, we've got absolutely tons of wood here. Too much, really, in terms of fuel. Now I'm going to shed some weight because we have this rope. And I'm pretty sure that I'm right in thinking that when we come out of this cave, just beyond here there's a place to put a rope down. Pretty sure I'm right. And I think that speeds up our descent. What, have I got that right? Let's have a look. Ah, it's already got a rope on it. So I'm confused then. I am confused. I remember playing a game, unless I'm mistaken, where... Oh, there's some containers down there too. There's a wolf. I don't remember this. I don't think I've been that way. I really don't remember. Oh, interesting. I think that might be the other way up the mountain. Oh, okay. So that changes things. I thought I was going to... how many down? Sorry. 6 hours of daylight. We're going to bed down here. We're going to be boring. Because I think the next bit is the ascent to the summit. We want to make sure we're in tip-top condition before we do that. So it was actually pretty quick getting up the mountain this time. I guess once we know a bit more what we're doing. I'm gonna drop... Once we're in here, I'm gonna... let's do a little inventory check. I'm gonna drop that rope. And I'm gonna drop a ton of wood. I'm going to get our weight right down. Apart from wood, we can take that up and then leave it, it doesn't matter. I always drop stuff right here, and let's do it on the... let's do it on the white snow so we can see it when we pick it back up. Oops, didn't want to do that. Let's break this down. This is pedantic, but I do it just to save that tiny bit of weight. I'm not going to leave the arrowhead here because I'll probably forget it. I'm going to drop the rope. I'm going to drop a couple of those torches. And I'm doing all this because we want our weight to be... we want to bring back down as much as we can. Weather's just picked up. Storm just hit. See the question marks? I've got so lucky with this in this series. I haven't been hit with one storm. It's just silly. I'm gonna drop. If you actually look at the weight, fir firewood, 1 kilo per piece. The cedar firewood is half a kilo per piece, so I'm gonna take the lighter stuff. 28 sticks. We'll take all of those. Let's just take 5 of the cedars. We're not really going to need all of these twisted fire starters. I'm going to take all the flares and whatnot. Actually, I guess let's be practical. We're coming back down here anyway. 3 flares is more than enough. We don't need that rifle cleaning kit. Let's be smart about this. Take all the accelerant, because you never know. Take all the meds, because you never know. Clothes are good. Yeah, so most of our weight is wood, actually. I think we're about as efficient as I want to be. Right, let's sleep this off, let's get it done, and get the morrow upon us. Peckish. There's all the boring stuff. And let's eat this because it gets our weight down. I'm not going to cut this though because it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't take too long. Once we sleep it'll go really fast. Right, let's go for the 6-hour chunk. This also gets our condition back up to 100%. It wouldn't have been wise to take on the summit unless we're at 100%. If a storm does come in, there's not much shelter up there. So you reach the plain. And I know there's a bear up there. Although, you never really see it. But I know that people have been attacked when they've been asleep in the plain. And there's not much of a worse place you could be attacked from. Right, let's eat this, get our weight down. This is really good stuff because it's really high in calories. Sweet condensed milk. I haven't had that forever. I haven't had it for ages. I changed my diet not so long ago, by the way, in case you're interested. I'm getting older, and I used to do tons of exercise, tons and tons, hours and hours and hours a week. When I was at uni, I used to exercise about 6 or 7 hours a week. I did martial arts, and I was into a class. I had a really good teacher, really enjoyed it, really enthusiastic, so I used to go 3 times a week, I think it was. And got worked really hard when I was there. And I just used to eat like a machine, just eat and eat and eat. And I got used to doing that. And then, I started working full time. And I also got over 30. And you just can't do that anymore. You just can't eat. I just can't eat like I used to eat. So I had to change what I eat, because I'm always going to eat. I'm always going to have an appetite, let's put it that way. Ever since a young kid, I've always had an appetite. So my mother tells me. So I made a change, and I pretty much cut out most of the carbohydrates from my diet now. So I won't eat potatoes, I don't eat bread. The only thing I will have is oats. But I won't have too much of that. My breakfast, for example, is scrambled eggs and salmon, a bit of smoked salmon, and a bit of avocado and a coffee, and that's it. I know this is it's pretty weird to a lot of people, because we were taught that, starchy kind of carbs are the basis of our diet. It's the correct basis of our diet. So potatoes, bread, meat and 2 veg, sort of thing, and bread with everything. But bread makes you fat, and no one ever tells you this. they say, oh, you should have brown bread, you know, brown bread's really good for you, and it is. It's good fibre and roughage and all that. But it also makes you fat. Potatoes make you fat. Because they're carbohydrates, and carbohydrates gets broken down into sugar. And if your body isn't burning sugar in that very moment, your body converts sugar into fat. And that's how you get fat. Ah. More climbing rope, how ironic. More wood. I'll pick that up because we can always leave it up there. We might get stuck on the mountain. So it's kind of weird, don't you think, how there are two caves so close together, one that's explorable and one that isn't. I'm going to take this rope and we're just going to plonk it right there for us to find on the way back. I'm not going to take it up there because we want all of our weight available when we come back down. So when I come back down, I'll drop all the wood as well. I'll leave that up the top. I want to bring down the really valuable stuff. Arrowheads, bullets, the flare gun, medicine, better quality clothes, all that stuff. Ah, that's what I was thinking of. Did you see that? So that's the place. I know now. So what I was talking about before, where I thought I had the, where I thought there shouldn't be a rope and I was going to put a rope, I got confused. And I just saw the spot where the rope, where we need to put the rope if we want to get the quick way down. Wow, it's minus 18 degrees. Holy shit. Let's run for the cave. That's bad. It's minus 6 now. Let's get a fire. If it's that temperature, you just run. We don't mess about. Let's get rid of our sticks. And I appreciate this is slow getting up the mountain, but this is just how you need to play the long dark. You just have to react as things are going on. I'm just checking my phone right now, and I've got the Lonely Bandit. I'll just do this. I thought to add a ton of sticks on here. Let's see what our temperature's like. So it's -2, -1, it's getting better. I'm just checking my tweets. I've got Boydie, the Lonely Bandit, some new people, Hody, Kajita, I see him a lot, and they're liking my latest videos. Really cool. They seem like really good guys. I'm hoping to do to make social a bit more active, to do a bit more with that soon. And I've actually asked Mr. Darth Glab, who you may know as one of my patrons. I asked him if he'd like to help me out at all. He said yes, he'd be happy to. Get some sort of community going, and he had some fantastic ideas. He thought of doing creating a blog and a forum so that we can have more interaction, and I'm also thinking it'd be really nice to be more active on social. I don't have a Facebook page for the Game and 8 because I want to put all my time into creating content. Social media can take a lot of time. It's the only issue. And I know because I have to manage my social accounts at work, or I'm one of the people who manages them. And if you want to do it right, it can be a massive time sink. Right, okay, so we're warm again. Slips now, just to hoping that the weather would pass. It's looking very good. Oh god, it's still -17. I don't want to wait though. I'm tired of this. think we can make it up to the top and find shelter in time. So we're going to press on. It's minus 17. I should get some wind protection. Okay, so down to minus 7, much better. Right, we have that climbing rope, yes. I'm just going to put that on there, and then that gets us, that drops us 5 kilos, and then we should be good to get right up the top of the that rope. And this rope is a very, very long one. So it's going to take quite a lot out of us getting to the top. I think by the time we get there, we pretty much will have used all of our energy. And you pretty much have to go straight to find. There we go. Rope. Now that goes down. I'm not quite sure to where exactly, but we can figure that out on the way back down. Maybe we climb Timberwolf Mountain twice to get the full complement of stuff. It's probably a good idea actually, considering we are planning to not leave Timberwolf Mountain until we have the best of everything, until we've stripped it clean. That's the rule I've given myself. Only when we've completely stripped Timberwolf Mountain clean will we move on to another area. And by that time, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll have story mode. Who knows? The devs hinterland have gone really quiet, which I think is an indication that story mode is coming next. I mean, they've given us the official heads up, of course, but there's no confirmed date as such. But I reckon that, I mean, we're at, when I'm recording this, this is the end of January, so I reckon we could be looking at early March. Right, I'm going to stop here. Let's go on my ledge. Let's just rest for a minute. Ooh, some wood. Let's take it. -3. I reckon this is probably a good place to stop, because we're going to have to wait here just for a minute. I'm going to have to warm up, wait till our energy gets back, and yeah, I'm going to start this fire and then end this episode, I reckon. As always, if you're interested in having your name in the credits that are probably running at the bottom of the screen right now as I speak, since I've added them in, yeah, that's all available on Patreon. Take one more torch. Of course, you don't have to do that. If you're not interested, that's absolutely fine with you. It's completely voluntary. But if you do want to do it, of course, I hugely appreciate it. It's fantastic to get help from you guys, and to chat to you guys and everything. Right boys, I will leave it there with this fantastic view. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm going straight up this mountain. Can't wait to see what we find and what happens next. Ciao for now.